Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Young Kings Wrestling Podcast. This is a recap show for NXT TakeOver 31. I am TC Fontaine, joined by the Essential Reek Havoc, and we got the Young Kings Wrestling Sovereign Soundboard with us as well. Shout out to a few of y'all that knew exactly where that was from as well, that hit us up on Twitter and Instagram. It was like, hey, I'm not gonna say where it's from. Y'all should know. Y'all should be cultured. So you know where it's from. Just go ahead, give us a head nod. But the real ones know. As always, you can find us on most platforms streaming podcasts, including Anchor, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and iHeartRadio. And if you're listening on iTunes, go ahead and leave us a review. Links to all the platforms are available at ykWrestling.com. Buy some merch. Yeah. Get your merch. Get one of them Black Lives Matter shirts, or you can get a hoodie. You can get a tank top. Reed got the tank top. I got the t-shirt. I ain't got a hoodie yet, but the hoodies look comfortable. So, I know it's getting cold some places. I'm from the Midwest, so in October, that's when the temperatures drop. So go ahead and get one of them hoodies, man. I'm telling you.
Facts.
Big facts. Man, how's it going this evening? How's your weekend been?
It's quiet. I'm about to get back to the busy shit tomorrow, so
are we back to work?
It. Yeah, I gotta start. It's the last 9 to 5 I'm working, bro, but I gotta start orientation in the morning.
Man, my guy out here, he had a fun few weeks, man. It felt like that went by fast.
I know, man. Like, I was just living a happy, good life.
I bet.
Free as a bird, man.
I bet, man. But we got some wrestling here. It's gonna be a busy week in the wrestling game here coming up. We got the draft on Friday. So we're gonna try to have a mock draft before then, because I think it's gonna be a lot of movement coming up.
Oh hell yeah.
I feel it. Just like some things just in the last week haven't made sense to me. So yeah, I'm expecting some good movement. So I can't wait to see that.
Raw and SmackDown about to get an infusion of some new women.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Most sure.
Man, but we did have TakeOver tonight, live from the Capitol Wrestling Center, aka the Performance Center. I don't know if they like officially changed the name of it or not, or if that's just what they calling it for TV. But
I don't know.
But if you did know that Capitol Wrestling was the original sanctioning body for WWE when it was the World Wrestling Federation back in the 70s, it was owned by Vincent J. McMahon before he sold it to his son, Vince McMahon. So yeah, a little bit of history there for those who didn't know. Because, it initially became Titan Sports, and then it became World Wrestling Entertainment that we currently know it as. So a little bit of history, which like I'm kind of ashamed to say I learned like 2 hours ago. But
hey, we wasn't all there back then.
Yeah, I wasn't. I for sure wasn't. that was like a good. I think they said it got sold in 82. So yeah, that was 10 years before I was born.
Yeah,
I don't remember that. I wasn't around. So yeah, but we had 4 championship matches on deck, 5-match card, man. Let's just get into it. We kicked off the evening with Damian Priest defending the North American Championship versus Johnny Gargano. A successful defense. Was not what I predicted, but it was a good match. It was a really, really good match. Solid opener. I wanted to see how the rest of the show could top them, and I thought the rest of the show kind of did step up to that. But this was great for an opener, though. So I'm giving this an A. What about you?
A-. But it was definitely dope. I only give the minus because I did want to see Johnny go ahead and win. But what Priest lacks in his face character, he makes up for in ring. So I can't be mad. The match was dope. It was fire. Hopefully they run it back. I don't know how they top that, but it was definitely fire. I'm giving it A-.
Facts. So we're gonna see what's next for Johnny Gargano. We'll maybe talk about that later on here in a second. Next up, we had Kushida uh, defeated Patrick. I did not watch the match. I actually turned it off. I watched my friend and fellow filmmaker David Terrell Green released a second episode. I think it's his second or third episode of his latest web series titled "Everybody Loves Those Boys." Go ahead, check it out on his YouTube page, David Terrell Green. It's very funny, it's hilarious. I enjoyed it. So I hated to miss Kushida's first takeover match, but yeah, gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. So there'll be other matches for him, I'm sure. But he gotta win here. But like I said, I didn't watch the match. Reek, you watched it. What did you think about it?
It was solid, honestly. Like I said this, on the last episode, like Kushida got a whole new mean streak that is definitely working for him right now. And like, you know, for whatever we say about Patrick, he does put on good matches. So this was no exception. It was definitely, it was hard hitting and it's got had a solid pace to it. But they made the right move, putting Kushida over. They had us, had us a little shook for a minute. Wasn't sure because there was a lot of quick false finishes and a lot of funny shit going on. But they made the right move and it was a good match. I'll give it a B plus.
Got a B plus for that one. Next up, we get an announcement for a NXT Halloween Havoc special on the 28th of October, hosted by Shotzi Blackheart. So that should be fun. Um, what I want to see is if you're familiar with the house show scene, back before Corona, they would do these battle royals on these like Halloween themed battle royals for the women.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I want to see something like that on this episode because like seeing the videos on Twitter just look fun, but there's no documentation of it at all. So I want to see it. I want to see how they play it out. That should be fun. Next up for the Cruiserweight Championship, finally we get a Cruiserweight title on a takeover. Santos Escobar defeated Isaiah Swerve Scott. I didn't predict that either. But it was a fun match. It was good. I'm giving it a B though. I would have given it an A. But that ending was the same exact ending as Kaylee Ray versus Piper Niven on NXT UK a couple weeks ago. The same like the turnbuckle ending spot.
Yep.
Same exact thing. And I was like, I just saw that literally 2 weeks ago. I know, the masses don't really watch NXT UK. I do though, so it didn't hit for me because like seeing it in that match, I was like, damn, that was because it was like she took the turnbuckle off early in the match and it played into the ending and it was very just minor. Even like when the ref was trying to put it back, it wasn't early in the match, but it was kind of right before it, and the
Yeah.
ref was scrambling to put it back on and couldn't get to it, and it played into the ending and it was perfect. It was kind of a similar thing here, but it just didn't hit with me. But yeah, we got some interference from Legado del Fantasma and I always forget what's his new name, Ashanti Adonis. Is that his name? Tahuti Miles.
Ashanti.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Ashanti Adonis.
Ashanti the Adonis. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a stupid ass name. But yeah,
Oh
that was
man.
cool. It was a cool match. What about you?
Uh, um, I'm gonna say B plus for the reason you said we did see this already, but also we didn't have to have them interfere either because the
Yeah.
whole like going into this, the whole idea was that okay, it was gonna be just you and me, no funny business, no interference, no nothing, and then they showed up anyway and they played a factor. Not that the finish was messed up, but yeah, like this is probably going to continue, and I'm not mad because the match was great, but yeah, y'all could have finished that just a little bit better. So B plus for me.
Yeah. Other than that, it was a really good match though. So
Yeah,
I,
no
I
doubt.
recommend it if you like, you know, cruiserweight lucha type style, go ahead check that one out. Next up for the NXT Women's Championship, Io Shirai defending the women's title versus Candice LeRae. Uh, I didn't expect this one to end the way it ended. but it was fun. It was really good. A+ for me. I love the ref bumps and all the Gargano stuff. Only thing is they tried that same stuff and it actually did it a few months ago with Sasha and Bailey
Yep.
with Gargano putting the ref shirt on, but I do like
Yeah.
that. It was a different result though, so it wasn't that bad. Whereas like compared to what I was just complaining about with the last match, it was the same result came from it. This one, the result was different, and they didn't pull the same BS again. But absolutely,
I'm just like, I guess anybody can be a ref now. Like that's what we doing. Ah,
when you put the ref shirt on, you automatically become a ref.
that's nah. I
That's
can't.
facts.
I can't get down with that.
That's how it
But
works, man.
I mean, it wasn't a big deal. I guess because it was Johnny. Who cares? Um, man, listen, I was all on the Candice LeRae NXT Women's Champion train. Like I was fully prepared to see that happen, and I'm obviously not mad because I'm an EO guy, but like, why not? Why not go for it? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like Candice and paid her dues, man. Just let her have her moment. But I guess if you saw Johnny's tweets, I guess something else is coming
yeah.
because
You actually got me like a little bit early there on that one. I didn't have it ready yet. But Johnny Gargano tweeted out after this. It's almost comical at this point. Something has to change. I'm better than this. We're bigger than this. So with the draft coming up, I don't know what that means. Maybe he and Candice go up to the main roster.
oh, I gotta mention something about that later. But yeah, I'm
Maybe
giving
that's
this
what happens.
I'm giving this an A- because y'all should have just let Candice have it. But the match was off the chart, off the chain. Like they should do it again.
Great
Definitely
match.
do it again.
Post match, Io Shirai celebrates in ring and gets interrupted on the one of the screens inside of the Capitol Wrestling Center or the Capitol Dome. I'm trying to get on screen for one of those too, like eventually. I've been in the Thunderdome a couple times, but I need to get on the Capitol Dome too. But Tony Storm appears on the Capitol Dome and says that she's back in NXT. I don't know how she got back over here. Maybe Pete Dunne came with her. I don't know. Hopefully, I miss Pete Dunne on NXT too. So we need
Sneaking
those guys.
he snuck in the back of the plane like him and Matt Riddle did.
Maybe, possibly. So we got Tony Storm here. She's back, and then immediately after that, our mystery person makes their return, and it's former NXT Women's Champion Ember Moon.
Pop for that.
I did
She was
too.
she
I'm
was
not
my
even an Ember
sleeper.
Moon person,
I am. She was my sleeper. I
and
wasn't
I
like 100% on it, but she was definitely one of my sleepers.
and I can't remember if I called this last week, but I did call it on Twitter that Ember Moon was gonna be the person because everybody else was saying Bo Dallas and Bobby Roode, and I'm like, nobody thinks it's a woman. Like it's a woman's voice in the
Yeah,
video, so like that's
that's
my just automatic assumption.
that's what I said. I'm like, yo, honestly, it was. I know I mentioned on the last episode. I said it looked like it was blonde hair coming out, so like maybe it was Carmella,
Mhm.
but now we know she's on SmackDown. So the only other person I thought women wise was Ember. So it's like it's either her or maybe it is Bo Dallas, but it was just in rotation like that. But yeah, that gave me a good pop. I was happy to see that.
Yeah, so like I said, man, I never really been a big Ember person, but it's good to see her back. Excellent additions to the division or re-additions, however you look at it. It's huge, and like Reek said, some people gonna be on the move soon. I wonder who.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Oh wow, my bad.
All right. So what I was gonna
I'm over here
say,
trying to turn on the show here, and it just played right into my microphone. So my apologies.
yeah, what I was gonna say was, uh, it's looking like NXT isn't gonna be a part of the draft
They're
for some
not.
reason.
So
because
I gotta redo my whole mock draft.
yeah, because they went on their Twitter to like look at kind of preview who's going to be going, like who the number one pick is going to be, and initially it involved NXT, but then they removed it. So it's looking like NXT is going to stay put with what they have right now. I don't see why, but
And maybe it'll be a couple. It might be a couple people, but maybe it's not gonna be them fully included. I don't know.
yeah. Well, I mean, plans change over there all the time, so who
True.
knows?
Card subject to
We
change.
got a whole week.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And in our main event for the NXT Championship, Finn Balor defends his title against Undisputed Era's Kyle O'Reilly. Very great match. A plus, 5 stars. However you want to rate this match, it was great for me. It's probably Finn's best match since he came back last year. It's maybe not saying much because aside from like the takeover matches, I can't really think of a few other ones. I know there was a triple threat. I want to say it was like him, Keith Lee, and somebody. Think Damian Priest last fall
Yeah,
around there.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because the winner would go on to, I think that's the when Keith Lee put the title up, and then the winner was going on to face Adam Cole. I feel
yeah,
like
that
that was it.
match. And
Yeah.
then it was another one though where it was like I want to say it was in December, and Keith Lee like popped up behind Finn Balor, and it was his fifth.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the match was exactly, but that was a good one too.
It was. That was fire.
But yeah, it's A+ for me, man. And I really appreciated the contrast from what we're used to when it comes to NXT title matches on these takeovers, where it's just like move spam, kick out at 2 every 5 minutes, and it's something different. So
That's a
I
fact.
appreciate it.
That's a fact.
It was like a breath of fresh air.
Bro,
What about you?
I'm getting like A plus squared. Fucking this was a mat wrestling clinic, a mat
Yes,
wrestling classic, and
crazy
nobody,
grapples.
most people today ain't used to that, and that's good. That's very good. Like, this wasn't splashy. This wasn't high flying, spot monkey stuff. Nah, they just got at it. Like, William Regal was proud. I know he was.
Oh yeah,
Had to be. But like, it's just, and the storytelling in it too. Like, that's what really gets you when you have a nice gritty, hard spot match, and then there's some good ass storytelling in it too. You can't beat that. You can't beat that anywhere.
I
But
agree.
my big thing for this is what happened afterwards.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that, man.
Go ahead.
Uh, after the match, Kyle O'Reilly and Finn Balor is celebrating the ring. Finn gets his hand raised by his challenger. Great show of sportsmanship. And they turn around to face like the hard camera, and they look over and they pan over, and there's Ridge Holland uh, carrying Adam Cole behind a barrier. Um, I'm presuming that he found him laid out somewhere, and he decided to bring him to Kyle O'Reilly because he knows where he's at. He doesn't know where Bobby Fish and Bobby Fish and Roger Strong are at. I'm so used to saying Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly that it's
Yeah.
just like muscle memory. So stall me out, please.
We charge you to the game.
Yeah, that's all we're gonna do. Man, who attacked Adam Cole? Like Ridge Holland is probably the obvious choice, and it's very obvious red herring. And it doesn't seem in the little bit of Ridge Holland's character that we know of, it doesn't seem like that's something he would do. So I'm ruling him out. Uh, who I'm not ruling out is Bobby Fish and Roger Strong. Because where the hell were they at when this went down?
Mm. Mm.
Where were they at? And why did they bother to ask Finn what the hell happened when they know what Finn was doing the whole time? How does Finn know? Finn's probably like, I don't know. I just got here.
This
You
is
know,
true.
Uzi video. It's my third day out here. I don't know.
This is very true. This is very true. And
Where,
you know
where the hell is
something?
Undisputed Era at, Reed?
Oh, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this.
I got a theory, and I think your theory is on par with mine.
Oh, it's lined up, but yours is just slightly different from where I was at because my theory is that nobody attacked Adam Cole.
That's my theory.
And see, Vince think I'm paranoid because I tweeted that I'm like, this is a setup. Y'all don't fall for this shit.
Hey,
But
Fact.
I'm telling you right now, I think this was a little like that they did something where they had him rip his shirt up and everything like that, made him look like he beat up. Then they got rich to bring him out there, and you know the whole who done it. We're gonna be playing that for probably about a week, and they're gonna lull Kyle in like, oh yeah, well we don't know what happened. We're trying to find out. This is how they're gonna turn because it was supposed to happen after this match.
mm-hmm.
But I guess it's so obvious people are seeing it coming. It's like, okay, well, we're gonna take you on this little detour before we get there. I feel like it's going now. I might be stretching this, but I think low key, just so that they keep the same numbers, this might be them pushing out Kyle eventually and inserting Ridge. Maybe. I don't know. That might be a stretch, but what I know for sure, I'm like positive about it because I done seen this shit too much. You know what I'm saying? I know how they move. This is definitely a setup. Adam Cole did not get jumped. He was not assaulted. He is playing his role right now. You know what I'm saying? He's going to keep the babyface look up, and then it's just going to be just like Roman and Jay. He's going to turn around and he's going to just wail on Kyle, and the whole rest of the group is just going to be like, screw this. This is over for you. Because Kyle showed tonight that he belongs in the main event scene, that he can hang in the main event scene. So he doesn't need to be part of the group anymore. He obviously, him and Bobby Fish together in the tag team is formidable. And anywhere he goes in terms of tag team wrestling, he can hang with anybody. But this was his show out. Like, this was his showcase to let y'all know, okay, if I stand on my own, I can go. So now it's like, okay, that final test is going to be, well, let's see what happens when you got to go against your own. So I don't know how long it's going to take to happen, but I think this is going to lead to that turn. And then he's going to be feuding with either Adam Cole or Roddy, one of the two, maybe all of them, who knows? But that's what I see coming.
How you gonna react when it happens?
It's gonna hurt. I'm telling you, man, it's gonna hurt my soul because it's like they're playing this up so like if you've never watched like wrestling on a regular basis, if you've never been into it like that, then you don't expect it. You just go with the flow, and they carry you right up to the point where once they do something, it hits you hard. So that's what they're doing here. It's like Adam just singing, Kyle's praises week after week. Like, that's his guy. And then they walked him out before the match and everything like that. It's like, it's too good. So it's like, what's coming, but it's still going to be like, damn. And it's more so because Kyle put on a hell of a performance. He showed the grit, and like he made believers out of people who didn't think he could go. And that's what I was talking about before, the storytelling. It's like there was so much to unpack there that it's like, damn, if they turn on this dude, it's going to be so fucked up. But they're going to. I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen.
They're gonna turn on my guy, and this is gonna be me.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna hurt a lot.
It's going to be so cold.
I'm not ready.
Oh.
I've seen it before. Like, I've seen this before in wrestling. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
It's literally what wrestling is built on. Like, it's literally what the industry itself behind the scenes is built on, was turning your back on other people for benefit of yourself.
It's like,
And
and if you doubt that, look at who's running the show.
Triple H.
The man that's
He
notorious for
said
this
it.
shit.
He said it himself out of his own mouth. He said, if you're not making enemies, you're not making money. That is his own quote. It came from your boss's mouth. So why wouldn't his poster child, his favorite, his baby, the one guy he groomed to be the next him and Shawn Michaels put together, why wouldn't he be the one to take advantage of that?
Exactly.
We'll
Like,
see.
It happens all the time. Triple H turned on Shawn Michaels in DX and said, "This is my show." And then the reign of terror started for like the next 3 to 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Evolution, his
He
cold
turned on
that
Shawn Michaels again.
Oh yeah. The evolution. Randy was the cold. He was gonna mold it to the next
Turned
diamond.
on everybody in
And
Evolution.
as soon as the
One
world
by
title,
one.
as soon as he got the world title, he said, "Thumbs down, drop him." Like
He turned on everybody in Evolution within a 13-month span.
Yep.
And he kept doing it for years.
And then we already see him implement this in NXT. Ciampa and Gargano.
Mm-hmm.
They was like this. And then this is why I'm glad you brought this up too. You can't trust that card at the end of the show. Because when Ciampa did it,
he did the same thing.
Yeah, Ciampa did it. They had the card up, and all of a sudden you just see him just throw this nigga to the back of the stage. Like, what the hell's going on? But we
Ciampa did it twice.
Yep. That's a fact. We had it for another one, though.
Every time I see that come up, I don't trust it. It's even carried over like SmackDown. And I know they got a hard out to end like exactly at this exact time. And even on SmackDown, it's be like, no, I don't trust it. Something about to happen.
Oh, man. I was just waiting.
I got trust issues.
When they came up, I'm like, nah, this ain't. Something's about to happen.
Yeah, as soon as I seen it, I was like, nah, Kyle about to hit this dude with a kick or something. Somebody about to attack him. I don't know, but it's gonna hurt my soul. I'm with you on that. We was on the same page. They definitely Undisputed Era full of shit.
That's a fact.
That's all I'm saying. Hey man, this has been probably our shortest episode ever.
Most stuff.
So yeah, for those of y'all that may feel like we may have longer shows, too long shows rather. This was a short one. I can't guarantee the next one will be the same, but we're gonna try our best. If Malik is here, you can throw that idea out the window.
Facts.
If you're not, we may have a chance.
Maybe.
Hey man, plug your socials, Reek.
Y'all can catch me at Reek Havoc on Twitter, Instagram. Also, make sure you tune into the Havoc Hour on YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, wherever you listen to your podcast. We are cruising through the NBA Finals. Miami Heat got a sorry win tonight, so we'll probably talk about that later on in the week.
Tomorrow, I'm not even about to. I'm about to go on my Twitter and mute everything related to the Lakers and the Heat and the Finals because some of these topics tomorrow on TV is gonna be pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like mainly the one about LeBron heading back to the locker room under a second of.
I don't want to hear nothing about that. What is he supposed to do? What is he really supposed to do?
And the only reason I say that is because Mark Jackson called it out at the end of the game. Because like I feel like he wouldn't have called it out, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But now I feel like it's gonna be a story because somebody gonna blow it up because he said something about it, and it's stupid.
Here comes Skip tomorrow, and
Skip.
Talk they bull jive tomorrow. Ugh.
LeBron James is a terrible leader. He is a terrible sport. He left, but let me get out of here, man.
Can't do
it. It's like your boy, and I don't know if we talked about this on the last show. It's like what your boy said about Bianca last week. Your boy Melts.
Oh, that nigga, man. He can get up out of here. Bruh. Who qualified this man to speak anything about wrestling, wrestlers? Like,
this broke ass bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Like, what was you really thinking when you said that? Like,
It wasn't.
what? Like, bro,
It wasn't.
she couldn't do that. Really? You seen this woman's physique? Like, you think she didn't even look like she was really running? Like, you really wanted to see her like take it
She put in
100%?
effort.
Yeah, but I'm like
at least do you at least pay attention though to like anything? Because it's been mentioned before, like her background.
exactly.
I'm just saying.
Exactly.
I don't know how you don't pay attention. I guess she gotta name one of her finisher moves after you, and then you'll start paying attention.
I guess
that seems to be what works.
Cause it's like
Just the truth.
that's a damn shame. This guy needs a hobby.
Another hobby besides this one.
Yeah, this is not cutting.
That's why we gotta take over. We taking over.
Yeah. I'm with that.
We taking over.
We just gotta keep our sources close to the chest because vultures be out there trying to steal shit. Y'all know who y'all are.
Teacher Legort.
I dropped my PSA on the last episode to let y'all know we see y'all.
Facts.
So watching.
Facts. Hey man, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram at tc.fontaine. I know I say this a lot, but I'm confident this time I might post on Instagram this week. I might. We gonna see. And also follow us at ykwrestling.com. I'm not gonna plug my other page just yet because it's under construction. So it's under construction for right now. Find out what that means later.
What you mean it's under construction?
We'll find out what that means later.
What you mean it's under construction, sir?
It's under construction, but you can still follow me at Malik.lv with 2 Ks, but it's under construction for the meantime. No, that doesn't mean I have access to it yet, but it's under construction.
What do you mean by this, sir?
It's under construction. This has been the Young Kings Wrestling Podcast. I am TC Fontaine, Wreak Havoc, and guess what, man? We are out of here. Go.
Gone.
Yes. Let's go.